Previous class, we have studied about constructor. A constructor is a special member function that is called automatically when an object is created. So there are certain rules to be followed for writing a constructor. The rules are: a constructor always has the name that is same as the class name. The first rule. The second rule is there is no return type for constructors, not even void. A constructor should be declared in the public section. A constructor is invoked automatically when the objects are created. It is not possible to refer to the address of the constructors. So these were the rules what I told you in the previous class. In the previous class, we were studying about the types of constructor. So there were three types of constructor, that is default constructor, parameterized constructor and copy constructor. Previous class we studied about the default constructor. A constructor which does not accept any arguments is called as default constructors, and the other name for default constructor is zero argument constructor. We also studied about the features of default constructor, and I gave you an example program how the default constructor works. Now today we are studying about parameterized constructor. A parameterized constructor is a constructor that will take one or more arguments. So a constructor that takes one or more arguments is called parameterized constructor. A default constructor will not take any arguments, but a parameterized constructor will take one or more arguments. As the name itself you are telling parameterized, parameter and arguments are same, so it has got some parameters in the constructor, then it is called as a parameterized constructor. Using this constructor, it is possible to initialize different objects with different values. So each object will have different values. So object 1 will have 10 and 20, means object 2 will have 30, 40. So this is possible in case of parameterized constructor, but it is not possible in case of default constructor. We are not able to give different values for different object. Parameterized constructors are also invoked automatically whenever objects with arguments are created. So as soon as an object is created, the parameterized constructor will get invoked automatically. The parameterized constructors are used to initialize the objects. So you can initialize the objects. So you can give a is equal to 20, b is equal to 30. So you can give the values for the parameters. The parameters we are using because we have to initialize the objects. See, in this example, there is a syntax as well as an example given. So class name and the constructor name should be same. So your class name, this is just a syntax. Your class is a keyword, class name, and under the public section only you have to write the constructor. So class name, both the names should be same, and in the brackets you have got some arguments. So if a constructor has one or more arguments, then it is called as parameterized constructor. Here you see the example, Max is the class name. Again under public you have got Max. So both class name and the constructor name both are same, and inside the brackets you can see int a and int b. Two arguments are there. So int a and int b are the parameters. So this is a parameterized constructor. In this constructor, we are finding out the largest of a comma b. That is a and b values have been passed. So we are checking this a is greater than b or b is greater than a. So a is greater than b means big will become a. Otherwise, if a is not greater than b, it will go to the else condition and big will become b. So two values have been compared here, a and b. If a is greater than b, then obviously a is bigger. So you will assign a to b, bigger. Else, otherwise, big is b. For example, if we take one example, that is 10 and 20, 10 is greater than 20. No. So it goes to the else part, and b will be big. That is 20 is big. Suppose 20 is greater than 10 means 20 is assigned to a. So 20 is greater than 10. Yes, it is true. So 20 will be assigned to big. So in this case, we have already studied in first year the if else condition. Same thing we are using here, if and else condition. If the condition is true, the first statement will be executed. If the condition is false, the second statement will be executed. That is based on the values what we give for a and b. Coming to our constructor, Here, what is a constructor? It is a parameterized constructor. So max and max both names are same and it has been declared under the public section. So this is the constructor, and what type of constructor it is? Parameterized constructor. How you can tell it is a parameterized constructor? Because it has got the arguments int a and int b. So this is a parameterized constructor. So you hope you understood the example. Now let us see the features of parameterized constructor. The parameterized constructor can be overloaded. Already I have studied function overloading. Function overloading means two or more functions will have same name. Same way, the parameterized constructor means what? It is also a special member function. Okay, the parameterized constructor is also a special member function that can be overloaded. So two or more constructors can also have same name for an object created with one argument. So only one argument is there, then the constructor will also have one argument. If object has one argument, constructor will have one argument. If object has two arguments, constructor will have two arguments. Based on the arguments, the constructor will get invoked and it will start executing. The parameterized constructor can have a default arguments and default values. Suppose you are not giving any arguments on the or you are not giving the values for those arguments. By default, it will take the values which have been given in the program. Invoking constructors. The constructors, that is parameterized constructor, can be invoked in three ways. One is implicit call, the second one is explicit call, and the third one is initialization at the time of declaration with the equal operator. So these are the three ways in which you can invoke the parameterized constructor. In order to invoke a parameterized constructor, we are using three ways. One is implicit call, explicit call, and initialization at the time of declaration using an assignment operator. So the first one is implicit call. An implicit call means the declaration of the object is followed by an argument list enclosed in a parenthesis. Parenthesis means it's a brackets which we are using. So let us see an example to understand the meaning properly. Here an example with parameterized constructor, that is class name and the constructor name both are same. That is, the class name is num and the constructor name is num. And we have got your arguments. Since we have got the arguments, it is called as parameterized constructor. Now under the public, you have got parameterized constructor, and two arguments are passed here, that is int m and int n. So two arguments are passed in the parameterized constructor, and we are assigning the value, that is for a we are assigning the m value, and for b we are assigning the n value. Now coming to this class here, the class name is num, and private, under private you have got data members, that is int a and int b, and then under public you have got this constructor. What type of constructor it is? It is a parameterized constructor. Why we call it as a parameterized constructor? Since it has got the arguments. Now the class name and the constructor name is same, so it is a constructor. It is declared under the public section, and it does not have any return type, not even a void. So it is a constructor. Now when we are assigning two values to the constructor, those values are copied to a and b. Now coming to the void main. In the void main, you have got two objects, that is object 1 and object 2. Num is the class name. So here you are declaring two objects, that is object 1 and object 2. Along with the object, you have got the arguments. As we told in the meaning, what is an implicit call? It is a declaration of the object. We are declaring an object followed by the arguments, that is we are having the argument which is enclosed in the parenthesis. That is what we can see in this example. We are using an object here. Along with the object, we are having arguments that has been enclosed within the parenthesis. Then it is an implicit call. We are calling this particular. As soon as an object is created, the particular constructor will be called. So it will get invoked automatically. So first object gets created. As soon as the object is created, the constructor gets invoked. So now 10 and 20. 10 and 20 will be passed to m and n. So m will become 10 and n will become 20. So that m value 10 will be copied to A and the n value 20 will be copied to B. That is in case of first object. Case of second object, 40 will be copied to m and 50 will be copied to n. So again A will be assigned with 40 and 50 will be assigned to B. So different set of values will be assigned to different constructors, different objects, as different objects are created here. So different set of values will be initialized to the parameterized constructor. Okay, that was not possible in case of default constructor. It was initializing the same set of values. But in case of parameterized constructor, object 1 will have 10 and 20 as the value, object 2 will have 40 and 50. So coming to the display is a normal member function. So whatever values are being accepted by object 1, that is 10 and 20 will be displayed. Again for object 2, 40 and 50 will be displayed. So the output will be 10, 20, again 40, 50 for object 2. Okay, what is a parameterized constructor? Parameterized constructor is a constructor which will have parameters or arguments. So in this case, we are invoking using an implicit call. So we are calling this particular parameterized constructor using an implicit call. As soon as an object is created, the control will go to the constructor here and it will get automatically invoked. It will start working. So 10 and 20 will be copied to m and n and it will be assigned to A and B. Again same way, when object 2 is created, 40 and 50 will be copied to m and n, that is 40 for m and 50 for n, and those values, that is 40 will be assigned to A and 50 will be assigned to B. So different set of values are being assigned to different objects and that will be displayed as A and B. Okay, for object 1 it will be 10 and 20, for object 2 it will be 40, 50. So coming to the explicit call, first we studied about the implicit call. Now the second way of invoking the parameterized constructor is using explicit call. In explicit call, the declaration of an object is followed by an assignment operator. Okay, we are using assignment operator along with the object and constructor name is being used and the argument list enclosed in a parenthesis. Okay, when we see this example, you will know, you can understand. Okay. So here in this case the same example itself what we have studied previously, only when you see the meaning of explicit call along with the object, we have created an object, we will use an assignment operator. Along with the assignment operator we are using the class name, that is the constructor name and the class name both are same. We are using the constructor name. Along with the constructor we are using the argument list, then we are closing it with a parenthesis. So this is the meaning of explicit call. So you are calling this particular constructor as soon as an object is created. But you are using the constructor name and the arguments and then you are calling that particular constructor. So it is almost the same program what we studied in the implicit call. Only the difference is we are using a equal sign here and we are using the constructor name over here. But in a previous program, we were not using the equal sign nor the constructor name. The third way of calling that is invoking the parameterized constructor is, that is initialization of object using declaration with an assignment operator. Assignment operator is a equal operator. This method is used for the constructor with exactly one argument. Only one argument will be there. Then we will be using the constructor, that is a parameterized constructor with exactly one argument. In this case, that is we are using a equal sign and we are invoking the constructor. So this type of constructor will have exactly one argument. In this method, declaration is followed by assignment operator and a value to be initialized. If I just tell you the statement, you will not follow. With an example, you will understand the concept. Okay, see, along with the object you will be having only one in this case you will have only one argument. You can't have 2 or 3 arguments as in case of implicit call or the explicit call. So you will be initializing that value to the object. So 100 is initialized to object 1, 200 has been initialized to object 2. Okay, that is 100 will be assigned to M, that is will be copied to M, and that 100 will be copied to A, that will be assigned to A. So here what happens, there is only one argument and the constructor will also have one argument. When the object is created, the parameterized constructor gets invoked. But how it gets invoked, this value will be assigned to M. 100 will be assigned to A. So 100, the value of A is 100. So it will display 100. Same way, when object 2 is created, 200 will be assigned to A. That is, it will be copied to M, and then the 200 will be assigned to A. So same way, when we display, that is object 1 is equal to display, then display will be invoked, that is this member function will be called. And what is the value of A? A, first time when object gets invoked, the A value is 100 will be displayed. The second time object 2 is created, the value 200, that is for object 2, 200 will be displayed. So the output will be object 1 is equal to 100 and the object 2 will be equal to 200. So 3 ways are there to invoke the parameterized constructor. One is implicit call, the second one is explicit call, and the third one, now what we are studying, that is initialization of object during declaration with assignment operator, that is the equal sign. In today's class we have studied what is a constructor. So constructor is a special member function which gets invoked automatically as soon as an object is created. And we know what are the types of constructor, that is a default constructor and a parameterized constructor and a copy constructor. So in our previous class we studied about a default constructor. Default constructor is a constructor which does not accept any arguments. Then it is also known as a zero argument constructor. Now coming to the second type of constructor, what we have studied today, we have studied what is parameterized constructor. A parameterized constructor is a constructor which will have one or more arguments. Then it is a parameterized constructor. Again we have 3 ways of invoking a parameterized constructor. The first way is implicit call, the second way is explicit call, and the third one is initialization at the time of declaration using an assignment operator, that is a equal operator, equal sign we are using and we are initializing. So these are the 3 ways in which we can invoke a parameterized constructor. In our next class, we will be studying about what is a copy constructor.